Hey everyone, Pupsker here, and this is the final day for Plaguestar, amongst many other things this week in Warframe. It's a very busy week with the next dev stream happening on Friday, so hey, let's talk about it. I very unfortunately am still sick with the vid. The Plaguestar has gotten to me, and sadly I was farming Plaguestar too long and it gave me COVID, like what can I say? But you know, it is what it is. I went outside and, well actually technically my wife went outside to a concert and then came back and then boom, COVID. So I'm not saying that's definitely what happened, but that's probably what actually happened. Or I played Plaguestar so much that I got infected through my computer. We can't say which is technically the truth. We just don't know. Either way, it is what it is. So I'm still infected with COVID. It's not really that bad for me. I'm just sleeping a little bit more, a little out of it mentally. Just get that brain fog and sleepiness. But other than that, it's not terrible for me, so I guess it could be worse. I'm more or less functionally back to normal now, so mostly good to go. Just my sinuses and head are still a little blah, you know, just kind of like a stuffy head and sinuses. Same here, same there, right? Either way, we're pretty much back. So this is the last day to farm Plaguestar for Forma, okay? If you don't know, last like 23, 22 hours or so. Plaguestar's only lasting, what was it, a week or two? Yeah, 2 weeks. So it's pretty much over now. Hopefully everyone collected a good chunk of Forma. If not, that's okay too. I did end up streaming like a good chunk of Forma collection and farming. I think I ended up with like 130 something, so all things considered, hey, not bad. 130 Forma will take me a while to go through, plus I build Forma daily if I remember to. I don't really care too much. I'm pretty casual these days in Warframe grinding now that I have everything, and Warframe is, after all, just like a perpetual grind once you get to end game and like you're capable, strong enough to farm and do everything, right? It's just a chill, endless grind. So we're just kind of hanging out there as I'm slowly getting some beginner guides ready for when I'm not sick, right? Getting some of the longer, more annoying ones to film. I'll get those done and all that when I'm not sick. But it is a big week with the last day of Plaguestar, so get that done if you want. With DevStream 1, I think 75 coming this Friday, I can't quite remember. It's going to be a pretty big day, right? We're finally going to get, hopefully, proper like release date cross-save news, and hopefully what their plan is for cross-trade, because they did say they were going to be talking about trading in that dev stream as well in relation to cross-save. So man, I really hope we just get a ton of stuff right now. On Friday, we get release date. It's gonna be, I think, one of the bigger live streams since it's the final end of year live stream. It kind of goes over the next couple of months in a sense, right? I think they come back in January for a dev stream, but no, this is a November dev stream. It's going to be for all of pretty much January and December and end of November, right? So they have to cover a lot. What they do plan to talk about is the new Warframe Corvex, right? I think they're slowly teasing that on the social medias, so that's not too bad there. They're going to talk about the new Prime frame, which in theory should be Gauss Prime. My theory is they skipped Gauss Prime for Grendel Prime, right? Because Gauss Prime is a way more popular Warframe and a way more useful Warframe for a lot of people. So they'd much rather have the more hype Warframe come out with the like Story Quest Whispers in the Wall update, right? So I want to say that Warframe purely did not release Gauss Prime instead of Grendel Prime because they just want to have a more hype update this December, which, I mean, to be fair, does make sense. It's kind of goofy in theory, but hey, that's my conspiracy theory. Warframe wants those sweet December player retention numbers, and they want to have their big story update to be the biggest one as they can possibly have it, right? So they want to just throw all the stops, the best primes, a new Warframe. They're going to throw literally everything at this next update, apparently, for Whispers in the Wall, which hopefully will be good. If it comes with cross-save, or if cross-save comes before it, that'll be great, because we really want to see like what cross-save does to player health and retention numbers across all the platforms in Warframe. I only ever check Steam charts. I don't know if Warframe or websites release how active players are for Warframe on like other consoles, but I only ever bother checking Steam charts. And in theory, with cross-save releasing, when it does, right? A lot of people will switch over to their PCs, because I've seen so many comments like that. People being like, finally, I can try Warframe on my PC with my good account. So hey, we'll have to see. If player numbers instantly go up like 20%, 30%, it'll be great. When mobile releases, we'll probably have another big boost in actual players, and then we'll just kind of chill and go from there. At this point though, in Warframe, cross-save is one of those things that everyone has been waiting, I think probably like 5-6 years for, because cross-save for a game like Warframe is one of those things they should have released if everything was perfect, right? Like 4 or 5 years ago. My theory is Warframe was terribly mismanaged and like mishandled with Lewa, like their parent company before. And I think the like chicken company Lewa, who turned into a games company, or like Lewa, however you want to say it, I'm sorry. I think they are just such a dog worthless game company that just bought up smaller companies and became a games company. Like that's how they did it, right? They just bought out companies and boom, you become a games company. So I think now that Warframe's with Tencent, even though we might be seeing more aggressive monetization practices, heirloom packs and just more stuff that you can buy, the start screen having a big, hey, buy all this with platinum, right? Warframe's monetizing a little bit more, but that also means that they're hopefully able to freaking do things with Tencent, right? Like actually have cross-save, cross-play. They're doing more Warframe China stuff, so that could totally be because they are now in leagues with Tencent. So like I know Warframe China just released their full trading availability, I guess. Like you couldn't trade before in Warframe China. I thought they were like creating a Warframe.market variant to trade, but I guess like now they're actually allowing trading. I have no idea. The Warframe China client is, if you didn't know, a different brand of Warframe client because it's only for China to like restrict and go with their laws because, you know, the Chinese market for games is massive and Tencent be killing it. So yeah, hopefully with Warframe actually being bought out by a real company that does video games, this means that they're going to have better cross-save stuff, cross-trade, and then like mobile porting going forward. But like, who really knows? I feel like DE's been pretty independent from Lewa for a long time, but none of us really know, right? But sadly, you know, we still have to wait. This Friday's dev stream should come up with it, but man, I just don't know. Along with all that, the Friday's dev stream is going to be great, right? I'm still dying of COVID and everyone has farmed up their Forma. It should be a pretty calm week in Warframe. I don't think they've released or talked about what the drops this week on stream will be, other than the dev stream on Friday, which will be a free Umbra Forma, just FYI. But people have gotten talking about a little thing going on. So this is a post that someone saw. Hey Pablo, most frames with exalted weapons have ways to mod them so weapon mods aren't used for stats. This isn't the case for Korra, Atlas, Gara, Ash, which leads to them using high Riven Dispo weapons to optimize the frame. You know, stat sticks. Can we please finally kill stat sticks? Pablo memeing, get off your alt reb, yeah. Pseudo exalted weapons should be modded for great power without the use of stat stick. Yes, yes. And then someone, my sister in Christ, who are literally the creative director. Yeah, people on the internet take things too seriously and then just yell. That's why Pablo joked at my alt ass. Like, they don't understand jokes and then they get pissy. So bad lucky. Bad. We will be doing a comprehensive look at the system in the future, hopefully improve it, but it's not scheduled yet. Lots of goals to fit in. Sorry, Reb, you're not allowed to joke. People are going to yell at you. Trust me. It happens constantly. So, yeah, eventually, hopefully, somewhat soon, stat sticking is going to get killed off for proper modding on exalted weapons or something like that. Hopefully, because man, stat sticking and Warframe mechanics have always been really jank, and they always will be. They've been fixed up a lot this handful of years, but Warframe will always and has always been a very, like, buggy, fucking weird game, and it still is, because, God, Plague Star, is anyone playing Plague Star? It's the buggiest goddamn event there is sometimes, so gonna get pretty crazy. And then we can see that in the comments, I imagine Static's getting a cardinal bonus brought through the radars, or just for quality of life nerf. From the way Pablo replied, still not on the schedule yet. Rebecca might have had an issue with the stat stick, but their system new content took time to prioritize. Considering they haven't done the look in the system to see what they might change, it's probably a 25. So then Reb responded, yeah, incarnans have nothing to do with it. It's a perpetual goal to make this better and more sensible, you know, stat sticking away. But with emphasized respect, the legacy of how we got where we are. We have nothing to share other than this Twitter banter. We know the delicate nature of this mission. Yeah, so it's pretty much like they were just shitposting, memeing. Obviously, they want to get rid of stat sticks eventually, but it's not going to be like a right now thing. It's just, you know, in one of in due time one of these years, right? And some people took it like hyper seriously and then went super conspiratorial and be like, well, what are they going to do with this now? Is it going to happen? It must happen. But yeah, truly, we don't know when stat sticks will go away, probably a year or two if they feel like going into it. It's not the biggest deal in the first place, but Warframe over time always likes to QOL life upgrade everything and make it less jank and fucked up, because they just fixed up all the HP, shield, armor type numbers, right? Energy. They've just fixed up a bunch of how Warframe scales and numbers and stuff like that, so there's going to be a lot more to look at over time as Warframe continues on. They could look at the focus tree slightly more. No, they keep giving it quality of life updates. They gave it another quality of life update to make like farming it a little faster on focus lens and stuff like that. So they constantly give quality of life updates, slight speed updates, even if it's stuff I'm not really going to use. I only use Zeneric Tree on my operator because I refuse to change, and there's nothing you can do about that. Fight me 1v1, Rust, Quickscopes, no scopes. And, you know, it is just what it is. So that's essentially this week in Warframe. Maybe they'll release the drops for this week's streams, but maybe it'll just be another thing of like universal medallions. Yeah, but who knows, right? Probably won't bother making a video on that. I'm just gonna make a bunch of very casual videos talking about Warframe and stuff like that until I'm better and not sick. So yeah, thank you all for watching, subbing, liking, using Epic Games creator code Pupsker if you ever buy anything on the Epic Games Store, Fortnite, Genshin, Warframe, it all helps out. So, appreciate that, and I'm gonna go make some more videos and casually stream whenever. Reminder, I do stream on both Twitch and YouTube now, so if you ever want to watch, you can join the membership on Twitch or YouTube to skip ads and all that jazz, if you want to support the channel directly, of course. Maybe one day I'll set up my Teespring properly and sell my channel design and some other cool designs that I'll get created on some shirts, but I'm lazy and bad at doing anything, so thank you all for being here. Cheers!